I'm going to be telling you some hard truths about gaming on YouTube. It is not easy to do. It is not easy to succeed. Not everyone's going to be the next big thing. In fact, it's unlikely you will be. It's statistically unlikely for most YouTubers to get any more than 1,000 subscribers. That is not an easy thing to do. There's so many things that have to go right, and it is pretty much up to you to get everything right. You can make mistakes, of course. Everyone does in the beginning, but if you want to succeed, you have to realize some really hard truths. Now, there are a few things I'm going to talk about. First of all, you're not going to get views right away. Your first, who knows how many, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 videos won't even crack 100 views. That happened to me when I started my Minecraft channel. Eventually, I did get traction, but it takes time, it takes practice, it takes perfecting how you do the videos. And there are so many things that I wish I had done differently, and it would definitely make things different today, I'm pretty sure. But there are some things you need to do. A lot of YouTubers, not even new ones, but some old ones who continue to make videos but don't grow, they don't see any growth for various reasons. And sometimes it's the delivery. So one thing is, a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers will talk about nothing. They will just talk about things that are totally unrelated to what's in the video for the first 2 or 3 minutes, which results in people clicking off the video very quickly because they don't want to hear that. That's not what they're there for. They want to see some substance, you know? This is a very common problem, and I see it across multiple niches. I used to do BookTube, and I would see people talking about their lives rather than talking about the books that they're going to be reviewing or discussing, you know? And those are difficult videos to watch because they're not interesting. They are boring. You have to start with something interesting. Another thing is how you speak. Pronunciation, I wouldn't worry so much about pronunciation because there are a lot of people who have different accents. It's normal, right? The thing is enunciation, how you speak clearly. Now, I do watch a few people who do not have easy accents because, I wouldn't say because of the accent, but because of their enunciation. They are not clear in speaking. They slur words constantly. Those people are not going to get a lot of retention because people don't understand what they're saying. They are just slurring constantly. You need to speak clearly. Another thing is you need to speak with emotion, not flatly. So talking like this is how a lot of people will talk when they start out. They're not very interesting. No, don't do that. Use inflections. Use your tone of voice, up and down and all that stuff. Just make it sound like you have some emotions, and people will be a lot more interested. Really, it brings more energy. Have more energy? Sure. Some people don't talk like that all the time. I'm not the most energetic person when I'm speaking in videos, especially early on. But this is something that I had to learn. And I used to be an English teacher, so I had to talk like that. I had to speak very, very emotionally, energetic, you know? This is something you learn over time. You get used to it. And I mean, I remember watching Gemini Tay's earliest videos. She seemed very interestingly dull when she spoke. Yeah. Also, and this is something that I still have problems with, and that is the ums and uhs, which is something you can edit out. Sure, but if you're doing gameplay like this, it's sometimes hard to do that. But they will sneak in here and there. So that's not something that I wouldn't expect you to get rid of completely, but just be conscious of it and practice more. One great thing about this is you can do retakes. You can't really do it so much on live streams. Another thing is a lot of newer YouTubers will apologize and say, "I'm sorry, my videos suck." That's a big cue to click off the video. Do not put yourself down in your own videos. That's not good. That will mean that people are not going to be confident about watching your videos, and they won't have confidence in watching you ever. They don't want to come back. So, don't say things like that. You're just sabotaging yourself. Save yourself some trouble and just get into the video and talk about what is important in the video and what's interesting. Nothing like, "I'm sorry, my videos suck." No. Now, it's going to take a while for you to develop your own voice. It will take some time. It is a long game. YouTube is not something that you can do very well immediately. You will not be great from the start unless you already are very experienced at making videos. That is something that some people have an advantage with. My second gaming channel, I was monetized within, 6 weeks. It was really fast. Mostly because I already had the experience. I already knew what I was doing. I had a plan with that channel. And I was going into a niche that was not very big, but it's still a game that a lot of people play. That's No Man's Sky. It has brought me to over 5,000 subscribers since then. Yeah, that's not bad. But it is a smaller niche than, say, Minecraft. And Minecraft is very difficult to get into. I see thousands, tens of thousands of channels, many of them never getting more than a couple hundred subscribers. And I've seen some that I'm actually quite interested in watching who are just at a few thousand videos, actually. A few thousand or a few hundred. Let me just get rid of this guy. A few hundred subscribers, but they're getting maybe not even cracking 100 views. And it's interesting to see those channels. They are very dedicated to making the videos, but their progress is very stormy. Why not go through this storm, huh? Yeah, being on YouTube can be stormy. And that's fun to watch. So, the thing is, choosing your niche is very important. If you choose Minecraft, please be very, very aware that it can be difficult to gain any traction because there are so many. But one thing I do see people getting a lot of views on is episode 1s. Episode 1s of Let's Plays. People search for those. So, after some time, make sure that you are starting new series. Don't go forever and ever and ever with one series, because you're not going to be getting a lot of views later on. Wow. This is great. So yeah, make sure you are focusing on niches that you think you're going to do very well in. It's getting dark. Let's clear the weather. Yeah, so there's some like retro gaming. I've seen channels do extremely well with retro gaming because there are people who are nostalgic about games that they played when they were younger and they want to see gameplay from them. And that's great. There are channels I've seen who start playing games that hardly anyone plays anymore. No one wants to watch them. They get very, very, very few views, ever. And then there are those who, of course, start Minecraft channels. And some do great, some don't. Sometimes it's luck. Now, getting into the stormy part, now that the storm is gone, negative comments, you are going to get them. This is something that people are often afraid of. They don't want to get negative comments. And of course, they're going to view it as bullying and all that stuff, which it can be. There can be bullying. But you have to take the mature approach. And, well, depending on you, this is what I do. If I get negative comments, I usually, well, it depends. If they are constructive criticism, okay, I'll accept them. I'll respond. But if they are nothing but insults, those people, you can ignore them. Mute them from your channel. You'll never see them again. That's all they do is insult you. You don't have to bother with them, ever. Don't answer them. Sometimes I just feel like it. I do answer. But just try not to. You will feel better mentally in that case. But it's not just negative comments. There are also, well, I mentioned hate comments, which you really need to report. Absolutely report them. And there are things like gatekeeping people saying that, no, you're playing this wrong. You're not supposed to play it that way. Mute them as well. Send them away. Don't care about them. And then there are those that do backseat gaming. I am more likely to tell them, hey, I don't accept any backseat gaming on my channel, so please do not tell me how to play the game. I know how to play the game. Or if it's a new game that you're starting, you can say, if I have any questions, I will ask, but please let me play it and learn it in my own way. That's what I would do. I do, in fact, have someone who I know means well and is giving me advice on how to play Minecraft right now. Very simple things, but I will be responding to this person and saying, hi. The only thing I want advice on in this series is like how to build certain starter houses, because all I want is suggestions for that. On how to play the game, I know how to play. I'm playing this just to relax and have fun. So one of the things that causes me to lose that fun is to have someone telling me how to play the game. I don't need that. So respectfully, please just enjoy the game. If you have any comments, give me some ideas about how to build or a style that you would like to see in a starter house for certain biomes. That's all I want. That's all I'm asking for. But also, you don't have to do it yourself. You can actually reach out to people and ask them for advice. You can ask bigger YouTubers, how do you do this? Do you have any advice? There are groups on Facebook that you can join. There's groups with TubeBuddy and vidIQ. They've got official groups there. Go into those groups and ask for advice. Don't advertise, though. That's not good. You can ask for advice, of course. You can ask people, can I have someone please take a look at my video or my channel and give me some advice about how I can improve? That is what you can do. But another thing is you need to try to be polite with others. especially if you are a content creator and you are going on to other content creators' channels, and don't make enemies. Try not to piss people off, because this can come back and bite you in the ass. Sorry about my language. But this is a very, very true thing. There are some toxic content creators out there that, like, this thing happened very recently on Twitch. We had a couple of streamers who attacked a much smaller streamer, and what ended up happening was those two streamers were criticized so heavily, they lost viewers. They lost a lot of viewers, and they basically said, I've got to take some time off because people are coming into my channel and hating me, just criticizing me. Well, yeah, that was because you went into a small streamer's channel and started abusing them, all because you lost a game. That small streamer became bigger than, I'm not sure. I think that streamer became bigger than them. They gained so many followers. It's unbelievable. So you see that backfired very, very much on them. The nice guy won. And yeah, that does happen. So be nice, and people will like you, and people will want to come back and see your videos or your streams. This is something that you need to figure out for yourself. All of these bits of advice. And it is not easy. It's not easy to succeed on YouTube or on Twitch, for that matter. I find it's more difficult to grow on Twitch than on YouTube, because Twitch, it's discoverability on Twitch is not easy. It is very, very much not easy. Take some time off, you lose all of your audience, and you have to start from scratch, basically. That's how it goes there. But all of this advice, you can take some of it. It depends on you. You might take none of it. I don't know. But I would recommend that you definitely do take some of it. But do you have any other advice? Anything that is something that people need to realize about being a content creator that is difficult? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video and like to see some more like it, then please consider subscribing. I do have 2 channels about Minecraft, this one as well as my main one. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.